Hello, my name's Dan, and I'm here today to talk to you about careers within software engineering. This talk is pitched at those who may be thinking about GCSE and A-level options, but is broadly relevant for anyone with an interest in computing. As a quick introduction, my life as a software developer began 8 years ago in Exeter. I'd just moved from the other side of the country to embark on a computing and business degree, having had a vague interest in programming during my years at school. Whilst I found myself fairly savvy with technology, there was no doubting that I was pretty rubbish with maths, and I hadn't ever written a simple computer program. So, needless to say for me, my university experience involved a lot of late night pizza and coffee fueled stints in the computer labs and burying my head in a lot of books. It all must have worked out okay, as I ended up leaving in 2017 with a first class honours degree, and also winning several academic prizes along the way. It's worth noting right now that university is definitely not the only entry point for a career in software engineering, and I'll touch on some of the alternatives a little bit later on. There are many different routes to take once you've understood the basics of computing. I work in the area of bespoke software development, meaning that I work with a variety of clients to build custom applications to support their business needs. Other popular routes include cybersecurity and ethical hacking, where you are literally paid to try and expose vulnerabilities and weaknesses in systems. Also popular is the games development route, and increasingly popular for statisticians and mathematics is the route into AI and machine learning. In order to land your first job, I can't stress enough the importance of combining your own personal research with real-life programming experience. If you're planning on going to university, then I would seriously consider opting for a degree which incorporates a year-long placement, or to look for internships during your summer months off. If you are not planning on going to university, then it would be worth sending speculative applications for work experience and speaking to your career advisors. One of my favourite expressions in the industry is code smell. Employers want your code smelling of a beautiful, fresh-smelling lavender garden, and not smelling like the underside of your shoe after you've stepped in your dog's mess. Employers look for readable, maintainable, and scalable code. During job applications, you might be asked to solve a series of problems. I would advise that it's much better to solve one task to the best of your ability than to attempt all of the tasks in a rushed and poorly designed manner. It is also crucial to keep up to speed with the latest trends and developments. During your own time, you can take advantage of the many free resources which are available online. Some of the best examples of tuition can be found for free on Codecademy and from content creators on YouTube. Once you're feeling comfortable, why not start your own portfolio, such as by creating your own WordPress website? And once you find yourself getting to grips with the basics of HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, you can then apply what you've learned into a custom web application, or even to start thinking about building your own mobile application. There are many free resources online to support this. A couple of these are listed here. Visual Studio Community and Android Studio, both of which can be used on Windows and Mac devices. Finally, the thing that I really love about my job is seeing my programs finally getting used in the real world. For example, I've spent many years building a web application which is now in daily use by over 6,000 users. And I've also built a piece of software which is now being used to process and dispatch packages for one of the UK's largest supplier of clothing. It is immensely satisfying knowing that I've helped to build products which benefit such a wide audience. I've also listed just a few of the many reasons that I choose to work for Software Solved. It's just as a fantastic place to work for both newbies to the tech industry as it is for seasoned IT professionals. We have a fantastic training and mentoring program and a very supportive culture, which for me just makes them the ultimate employer.